watched a live stream that ended in murder. I've never talked about this before, not to friends, not to family, not even in an anonymous forum, because I don't know what I saw, or what the right thing to do about it ever was, but I know one thing: I watched a live stream that ended in murder. It happened late at night, about a year ago. I couldn't sleep, so I ended up scrolling through a smaller streaming site I'd found a few weeks before. It wasn't mainstream, more like a dumping ground for anyone who wanted to broadcast without rules or oversight. Some people played music, others showed themselves gaming, some just sat and talked. That night, a stream caught my eye. It had only 3 viewers, no thumbnail, no username I recognised, just a title, Room. I don't know why I clicked, curiosity, boredom, but I did. The stream opened to a camera pointed at a small, dimly lit bedroom. The walls were bare, the furniture sparse, just a bed pushed against the wall, a dresser cluttered with bottles and trash, and a single buzzing bulb overhead casting everything in a sickly yellow glow. The camera was set up in the corner, angled perfectly to catch everything. It didn't look like a set. It looked lived in, but in a way that felt temporary, careless. And then after maybe 30 seconds of silence, a man stepped into the frame. He looked ordinary, early 30s, thin, stringy dark hair, plain t-shirt and jeans, but something about his face made me immediately uneasy. His eyes were too wide, and when he looked into the camera it felt like he was staring straight through me. He stood there for a long time before finally speaking. "Thanks for watching," he said. It wasn't cheerful, it wasn't sarcastic, just flat. The chat was dead, so I typed, "Hey." Almost instantly he smiled, too wide, too forced. "Good, someone's here," he said. Then he walked out of the frame. I thought maybe it was some kind of art performance, but when he came back in, he was dragging a woman. Her hands were bound with duct tape, her mouth was taped too. She looked terrified. My stomach dropped. He sat her on the bed, sat beside her, and looked into the camera again. "She's real," he said. "Say hello." The woman tried to say hello, but it came out muffled and broken. I typed frantically, "What is this? Is this fake?" He didn't answer me directly. He just stroked the woman's hair, almost gently, and said, "People think the internet isn't real, but everything you see here is happening right now. You're part of it." And then pulled out a knife, a small serrated one, nothing flashy. I typed again, "Please stop. Please don't." He tilted his head at the screen, read it, and smiled again. "This one cares," he said, and then without hesitation, he cut her throat. The sound, I'll never forget it. The muffled scream, the wet tearing noise, her body convulsing and then just going limp. I wanted to close the stream, but I couldn't move. My hands were numb. He laid her down gently, almost tenderly, and then turned back to the camera and said quietly, "Now it's real." And the stream cut off. I sat staring at the blank screen for what felt like hours. My brain scrambled to rationalize. Maybe it was special effects, a film project, a hoax, but deep down I knew I had just watched someone die. I refreshed the page. The channel was gone. Not offline. Deleted. No history, no username to click, no archive, like it had never existed. I checked the site's forums for days afterwards, hoping someone else would mention it. No one did. No thread, no rumor, nothing. Even the 2 other viewers who'd been in the chat, gone, no trace. I thought about going to the police, but what would I even say? I saw a murder on a live stream, but I don't have a recording, don't know where it happened, don't know who the people were. They'd laugh me out of the station. So I stayed quiet, and for months I lived with this pit in my stomach, waiting to see a news story, a missing person report, anything that would confirm it was real. Something I could point to and say, yes, that's her, I wasn't crazy. But nothing ever came, and that's what haunts me the most. Not the image of her eyes, not the sound she made when the knife touched her throat, not even the smile on his face. What haunts me is the silence. The fact that a woman might have been murdered live on camera, and I might be the only person left who knows. No body reported, no name, no record, just a man, a room, and a live stream that vanished the second it ended. And me, still wondering if what I saw was real, or if somewhere, right now, it's happening again.